Cancer, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Cancer, in today's reading, I am going to give you a couple cards from the Oracle, do your reading, and then clarify it. So let us get started on your reading. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. It does help me to get my video out there. So if you can, just at least like, or, whatever. All right, so Cancer, let's do this. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Spirit. Because our high is good. Thank you, Spirit. Nice. All right. So you do have wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Definitely. I feel like you are, Cancer. You give great advice. You're always there for people. You're just like, people see you in a true light. Okay, so really know that you are a leader. So always be that leader, no matter what, whether you're just there, your presence, just being there, lights up other people. So it's very nice, very strong-willed. Then you have unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. So if you felt like, you don't know what's happening or what's going on, or you feel like things are moving slow, or you're just not really seeing what's ahead of you or what's in front of you, just know that you are on the right path. This is like a confirmation saying, hey, this is where you're supposed to be. Even if it's turbulence here, even if it seems like, God, everything's going wrong, you're supposed to be here for a reason. So just know that. All right, so let's do this. Cancer, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer, Spirit. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right, let's do this. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Cancer. One for the current. You have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is talking about maybe you're not really seeing everything. Maybe you're like very disconnected. Maybe you're holding on to something. We'll see. Okay. We'll see more with the cards. One for the situation. Eight of Cups. Wow. So with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're definitely needing to leave something behind, or you're wanting to leave something behind. There's going to be a lot of changes, going in a new direction. I feel like a lot of you guys are going on a spiritual direction also. Getting more in tune with your inner self. One for the hopes and the fears. Seven of Swords. Wow. If you're going to do some kind of betrayal or some kind of being misled or something like that, cheating, whatever it was, it's going to be in the past. I feel like you're really moving forward from a lot of things, and definitely that. What's hidden? You have the Five of Swords. I feel like you're still angry about something that's going on. Maybe it could have been from the Seven of Swords, but definitely still have a lot of anger, frustration, bitter. You're being bitter about things. One for the hopes and the fears. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles here. The Two of Pentacles is definitely talking about, trying to keep things balanced. Really trying to take it easy now, because I feel like you're doing everything, multitasking, making decisions, doing this, doing that, and you're being pulled in different directions. Feel like you really need to really start taking care of yourself better, and start setting boundaries here. One for what you need to do now. Let me push these down a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Put this right here, so let me know. Yeah, the Death card for what you need to do now. I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of things that are going to close for you. Cycles or experiences that you've been doing, but just a lot of change. Because when the Death card does come through, it's definitely a transformation. Maybe you're not wanting to go through these changes. Maybe you're wanting for everything to stay the same, and it's not going to. Definitely not, because you're going through this transformation here. You're one for what you need to work on. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. I feel like you're very overwhelmed with a lot of things that are going on in your life, trying to figure what's going on or what's going to happen next. Feel like you need to push forward and not give up, to find your inner strength in things also. And again, I feel like you could be doing too much with things, because I feel like you're very overwhelmed. One for the outcome. Ten of Swords. Wow. So this possibly this week. I think it's this week or going on to the next month. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that are going to end for everyone. You know, that things definitely are not the same. Definitely not. You did get the Ten of Swords, and Ten of Swords is definitely talking about a painful ending or just an ending in general, because you're going through a huge transformation. Things have changed. So definitely it's going to come through. So just know that. But when we do get the Ten of Swords, even though it seems scary and it's like, no, I don't want things to change, but you know that they have to, it's going to turn into a new beginning, a new path for you. So just know that, because you're already wanting to leave something behind, and it shows here. You do have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to collaborate with somebody, or somebody's going to come into your life to help you with something. I feel like you're going to be recognized for your hard work. I feel like you're putting ideas and stuff out there, so it's nice. You do have the Six of Cups here also. You're going through a huge healing because you're going through that huge transformation also. So things have changed for you a lot. The Seven of Wands is here also, and really stand your ground with things, there could be times when you're very defensive towards people, but I feel like you need to let other people help you, and regardless of how you're doing things. Like, sometimes you tend to put your ego up front, and you really need to put it to the side and let other people help you, or at least just listen to them. Okay. Wow. Nice. All right. So, Cancer, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. The Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? Wow. All right. So with the Four of Cups, I do feel like you are very disconnected at times. I feel like there are times that, you're not really paying attention. There's been opportunities around you, and it's like you're just not really seeing them, and oh, wait, my card fell. Hold on. Wow. Okay. So, really, maybe because you've been feeling very overwhelmed also, is what I'm getting. But they're also saying that, really, I feel like really start focusing on things, because even though it feels like, feels very, very scary with all this change that's going to come in, and maybe you don't want it, maybe you don't want to deal with things that, maybe you still want to be in that safe place. You still have to go through a lot. Okay. And they're asking you to really start focusing on everything that you need to deal with. Okay. Because I feel like you've been disappointed in the past and you've been let down. And I feel like, it's like you have that mentality inside you. Well, why should I do it? Because it never works out for me, and you need to get away from that. There is a decision that you're making. There's also plans here that you're also making, but not really saying anything about it. Could be traveling very soon also. Have patience for everything. Okay. You're wanting to do something different, then you're trying to figure that out. You also have the Ace of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles is definitely talking about abundance, that, there is a new path here. There is abundance here. There's financial opportunities. So just know that, you're on this new path that's going to lead you to something very nice. So that's good. Very nice, Cancer. Then you have the Eight of Cups here. And why is the Eight of Cups here for the conclusion, for the situation? One more card. Wow. So, you do have the Seven of Swords here twice. So, really got to be careful with whoever it is that you're trusting, or, really just try not to put your information out there too much, or who you're talking to, or letting things or people into your life. Really be careful with how you're doing that, or your ideas or whatever. I feel like you need to be careful with that, because you do have this card twice. When it shows up twice, it's like a warning. It's like it's saying, hey, careful who you're talking to, because, some people have two faces. Okay. I feel like you're wanting to go in a new direction. I feel like you are going to. You could be going on a spiritual path, getting more in tune with your spiritual, intuitive side. So it's very nice. Get things done. Really get things done. Put them out there. Do what you need to do. Take control of your life. Okay, you need to. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter anymore. You need to pull away from this and go forward. Okay, Cancer. You do have the Seven of Swords, and since you did get it here on this, I do believe it's now. I didn't want it now, but it's now. It is a card of betrayal, so really be careful. Being misled, lied to, cheated on, whatever you want. You feel like that, feel like you just need to start taking control, start focusing, start being bold, and rise back up and say, you know what, I'm not going to go through this anymore. I'm going to get back on my feet. I'm going to do what I have to do to move forward. And then you have the Five of Swords here. And why is the Five of Swords and what's hidden? Definitely. So definitely holding on to this betrayal or this whatever deceit it was. You do have the Five of Swords here, and this is where you're starting off at. And this is, you're feeling angry, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling, why did they do this to me? Why? And I completely understand that. But try to let go of it. I feel like you're holding on to it tightly. I feel like you're not wanting to go with any of the changes that are going to come through. And I feel like you need to really try to let go and just go with it. I feel like also too, you need to start saving money. Feel like you're looking for answers and searching for answers. And I feel like you're looking at your morals and your beliefs, and you're looking at things differently now, and I feel like you're doing a lot of soul searching here. You have the Two of Pentacles down here for the hopes and the fears. One more card. Wow. That's nice. So definitely, very overwhelmed with a lot. Feel like you were trying to balance a lot of things that were going on in your life. And I feel like there could have been some kind of traveling here, or there could be just keeping things together, and I feel like there is definitely still a decision that you are definitely trying to contemplate. But you also are leaving a lot of things behind with the Six of Swords. Leaving a lot of that energy where, you felt like, things were just not working out. And that's what's happening right now. You're going to be the Six of Swords. You're going to jump into that boat and not care about everything that has happened, whether it was good or bad. You just don't want it anymore because you don't want this life anymore. You want to go further. You want to go, to somewhere where it's peaceful, where you're having a nice home, where you're leaving the old and going with the new. Having a lot of ideas, having that inspiration to do something different. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So it's very nice. Love that. And there is that new beginning because you're going through that huge transformation and because you have the Ten of Swords here. So things are definitely moving for you. Cancer, death. Why is a death card here and what you need to do now? Wow, look at that. So with the death card here, I feel like you are definitely going through this huge transformation. You have changed in so many ways that, you need to realize that you are not that same person anymore that you were like 6 months ago. You're not that person anymore. You are totally different. You have changed whatever it was that's going on because you have changed. Everything around you is changing. So it's very nice. A lot of things are closing. A lot of things have changed because you don't want that same thing anymore. I feel like you're very overwhelmed with everything because you are definitely trying to keep things balanced. I feel like you carry a lot on your shoulders also, but that for you not to give up, to just keep going forward, and push forward and find that inner strength because you can do anything, Cancer. Remember that you are the emperor. You're ready for anything. This man, the emperor, he is really ready for anything. He has his gown over his armor, because he knows that at any minute, any time, he just needs to go out there and fight. And that's you. That's them telling you, hey, you're the leader of your life. You're the leader of your world. You're the one that can do this, and you know how to handle things no matter if it gets bad or if it's just like not the way you want it. You know how to break out of it. And that's what they're saying, that you are a leader, that you are very wise and know how to do things. You do have the Nine of Wands again here. So, and why is the Nine of Wands here and what you need to work on? One more card. Wow, very nice. With the Nine of Wands here, like I said, don't give up on things, keep pushing forward and continue to push forward no matter what. Okay, because the Nine of Wands, it just means to find your inner strength, to put those deadlines where you need to set deadlines for yourself, that you're not going to go and give, you know, that you know where that fine line is, and that you're not going to step over it, and you're just going to do for you now. And that's what they're saying. You do have the Lovers card here, and the Lovers is definitely talking about a decision you're making. Could be making a decision towards, you know, your finances, or you could be making a decision towards somebody you're attracted to, but definitely a decision. They're asking you to really trust the process on things and really communicate better with how you're trying to get things out there. Okay. And then you have the Page of Pentacles here. Definitely going to learn something new, unexpected message coming in. Try, if you haven't tried to learn anything new, try to do something different. Okay. Learn something different, because it really gives you knowledge, and it really just expands the mind also. But I do feel like there's going to be financial opportunities around you, but you need to really, really be careful on how you're making and handling your money. Okay. Because I feel like you're very overwhelmed right now, and you may not be seeing a lot. You know, there's going to be opportunities, but you need to like really start focusing on it. Okay. So, wow. Then you have the 10 of Swords here. And why is the 10 of Swords here? Yeah, thank you, Spirit. So there is definitely going to be a lot of endings, and it's going to get you mad, upset, you know, but what does it, you know? You're going to have to overlook all this, okay? No matter what, even if it's been hurt, it's been painful, you still keep going and don't give up on anything, okay? You know, don't be defeated. Don't get, you know, anger. Don't let that anger take over you and live in you. Okay, let it go. Just let it go and move forward, because you do have the 10 of Swords here. It's going to turn into that new path. So definitely I see it here, because you're leaving a lot of things behind. I feel like there's a lot of support around you. I feel like there's celebration here. I feel like there's togetherness. I feel like, you know, you're going to find the people that are really lift you up, and be around those people that support you. Why do you want to be around people that are two-faced and negative? You know, just be with people that support you and that are lifting you up. Wow. Nice. All right. So Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.